Here's your daily reminder that the Democrat Party and woke corporations think black people and brown people are too stupid or too helpless to have a photo ID to vote. Hello once again, all my fellow patriots and you filthy leftist stalkers out there. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Angela Box. You're watching Angela's Soapbox, where I always say what you were thinking. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, liking or rumbling this video, commenting on this video, and of course, sharing this video, especially with your filthy leftist friends, because they truly hate my guts. And for me, that's a badge of honor. Okay. We did it, America. We did it. Look, I am still on cloud nine after Tuesday. I'm even more on cloud nine that it was popular vote, electoral college. Basically, we made it too big to rig. So thank you, Donald Trump, for encouraging people to early vote, encouraging people to chase those ballots and to get out there and to wait in line no matter what and get your vote in, because it worked. It worked, ladies and gentlemen, and we have shown that we are the majority. The GOP establishment is dead, the media is dead, and the Democrat Party will soon be dead. So let's just give a sea turtle killing plastic straw to I don't know, to all three of them, shall we? Because things are getting ready to change. Okay. All right, I don't want to go in too deep of a rabbit hole of a history lesson on the 2020 election or the 2016 election, but I do think it's relevant because a lot of leftists now on X, it's so funny. I mean, these election deniers, I guess the FBI should probably knock on their door and throw them in jail for the rest of their lives. But anyway, I digress. These leftists on Twitter, one of these days I'll stop saying Twitter because the left says Twitter and I don't want to be associated with these people whatsoever. So on X, the left it's so funny to watch them ask this question. They're like, something is really strange here. How did Kamala Harris lose 20 million votes from 2024 from 2020? Because remember, they've been told that Joe Biden got 81 million votes, that he was the most popular president in American history. So y'all have seen that graph, I'm sure. I'm going to insert it here so you can see what I'm talking about. It's this line where it shows the vote tally from 2012, which was Obama's second term, 2016, Hillary Clinton, 2020, which weirdly went up really, really high to 81 million votes, and then back down to basically 61 million votes. Like, essentially, the Democrat vote's about 61 million, okay? Now, was turnout lower this year? Weirdly enough, yes. Turnout in 2020 was exceedingly high, and anybody who remembers what happened in 2020, we saw what happened on election night. We saw that Trump was running away with this. And then all of a sudden, what happened at 10:30 at night, the swing state, only the swing states, just the swing states, of course, they had to, they're tired, they're going to bed, they shut everything down. So obviously, in the dead of night, after they kicked all the Republicans out, after everyone went home, what happened? You saw truckloads of ballots being driven up. People have receipts about this. Boxes being pulled out, and later on they're like, oh, those were pizzas being delivered. It's like, well, hang on a minute, because you sent everybody home, so why were there pizzas being delivered at 2:30 in the morning? And of course, in the State Farm Arena, which these awful women, Ruby Freeman and her daughter, and some dirtbag Democrat, here's in my mouth, election judge, pulled out suitcases of ballots at 1:30 in the morning and just started dropping them in. And, Rudy Giuliani, side note, has been like sued into oblivion by these people for defamation because he was like, what's up with those ballots being pulled out from under the table at 1:30 at night and being dropped into the machines when you sent everybody home? Like, this is what's so insidious and disgusting about what the Democrats did and the deep state did and the establishment GOP did, like Brian Kemp and Brad Raffensperger, whose days are numbered, by the way. What's so insidious is that they ruin people's lives for asking questions. They ruin people's lives for when they gave sworn affidavits to people like Sidney Powell. When Sidney Powell said after the 2020 election, she and other lawyers were getting information, she goes, it was like drinking through a garden hose. There were people coming out from out of the woodworks talking about all the fraud they saw. Okay? So anyway, 2020 happens, right? And we're supposed to just all think that Joe Biden got more votes than anybody ever in the history of time. Donald Trump got 76 million votes in 2020, which was a record for a sitting president, period, the end. More than Obama, way more than Hillary Clinton got, etc. Now, they want you to believe that the man who campaigned from his basement, who used COVID as an excuse as to why his rallies were so small, put circles on the ground so people could stand in them because of COVID. They want you to think that this guy, who is a bumbling idiot, who they set up in June of this year to kick him out of the race, and then they inserted Senator knee pads who can't even speak off the cuff without a teleprompter. They want you to think that these two brain trusts are not only running the country, but should continue to run the country. And I think that is what is going to be so fascinating to watch over the next few months and years. Because I do think that the scales are going to be removed from people's eyes. And Democrats now asking questions of where did those votes go? It's like, again, I'm glad you asked. So the things that we've been telling you for the last 4 years, you're going to start figuring out. Because who's the one who wanted to open the books in 2020 and do forensic audits? Oh, that's right. It was Donald Trump. Who didn't want that to happen? Who fought it tooth and nail? It was the Democrats. And why did Hillary Clinton in 2016, if Trump stole the election and Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump were colluding to steal the election, why didn't she want forensic audits? Why didn't she want to look at the machines? I'll tell you why. Because she thought the machine algorithms that the Voldemort machines had programmed in, which I've talked about this a million times, and I'm going to continue to talk about it. If you've ever seen the show Narcos Mexico, they were doing this in the 80s with the computers. They were switching the votes. People in Latin America are like, yeah, this is nothing new. We know what they did. So anyway, my point is this. With free Twitter, free X, these things that would not be allowed to be spoken of for 4 years are now being spoken of. And we've got leftists going, something's very strange here. We need to recount. We need to look into these elections. And I'm like, absolutely we should. You know what? I say, let's do it. Let's open the machines. Let's take a look at their algorithms. Let's take a look at these mail-in ballots, see if those signatures are matching, because you know they don't. And I mean, look, guys, there was massive fraud in the 2024 election, too. Trump probably got, 2-3 more million votes than he's saying he did because of the fraud that we know exists. So I say, yeah, let's open up all the books. And it's a be careful what you wish for situation, because the left is going to have to come kicking and screaming to the realization that they have been lied to by the media, they have been lied to by their government, they have been lied to by the Democratic Party. But once people do realize that, there is no going back, and the Democrat Party will cease to exist. So a lot of people are like, oh, and of course they're leftists or establishment, and they're like, oh, Trump should just let this go and be magnanimous, and we should just forgive everybody and move on. No, I'm sorry, absolutely not. One of the first things that needs to be done, we need to open the books on the 2020 election, look into all of it. And Trump needs to say, we need to make sure that this can never happen again. We need to make sure that we have photo IDs to vote. We need to make sure that we're getting rid of these machines and we go back to paper ballots. And it's not even a matter of locking them all up, although they should be in prison for treason for the rest of their lives. And some people may be charged with treason at some point. But it's a matter of exposure. It's a matter of showing the American people exactly what the deep state has been up to for all these years. These many years. And that's going to happen. But people have to get there on their own. And so the questions they're asking on X about where those 20 million votes went, let them ask it. And let them start finding the evidence for themselves that they've been lied to for decades, guys. And it's going to be wild. And I feel like this country is back. I think America is back. I think that Trump is going to do everything, every single damn thing he said he was going to do and more. And I think J.D. Vance is going to be the heir apparent, and we're going to make this country soar. And we're going to bring everybody along. And it's even you leftists. Even you leftists are going to have to admit, yeah, it's a lot better with Trump. It's a lot better. So, bye-bye, Democrats, because your time is up. All right, that's where I'm going to leave this video. Let me know what you think down below, and I will see you in the next one. That will be done. Bye.